So what is a full flight simulator and what is a flight training device? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to View Ahead 4K. Hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell for future videos. So this very short video is to explain the difference between a full flight simulator and a flight training device and flight navigation procedures training or procedural trainer or basic training devices. Okay, so a full flight simulator is one that you would normally associate with, let's say, the big airlines. It's a fully immersive cockpit. It's a full replica of the cockpit of the type of aircraft that is being flown. And there can be different classifications of full flight simulators, A, B, C, D, and they range from 3 to 6 axis motion as well. And they'll cover day and night visuals and also full IFR capability as well. Now, as I say, the airliners are usually the most common users of full flight simulators because they are so darn expensive as well. And they are fully representative of the type of aircraft being flown. Now, with these full flight simulators, you can do all the pilot checks and pilot training, and you can have the full range of emergency procedures with real life representation, as it were, or recreation. Now, the next stage below that is a flight training device or a flight navigation procedural trainer. Now, it really depends what regulatory body, what country we're talking about, and how they classify the FTDs or the FMPTs. For example, the FAA have FTDs, flight training devices, in classifications or levels from 1 to 7. And when we're talking about helicopter aviation, which this channel is primarily about, then we're talking about FTD level 7. And the FTD level 7 is a full representation of working aircraft of the model and type as well, and it can have 3 or 4 axis motion on it as well. So it's a full representation, a recreation of the aircraft type, and you can have the full plethora of emergencies and procedures to follow in that simulator as well, or in this case, a flight training device. Now, EASA, for example, have the flight training devices in level 1 to 3, and only level 3 is for helicopter use. Now, EASA define the next stage below the FTD, which is the FNPT, or Flight Navigation Procedural Trainer, and that is level 1 and 2, and also another level which is called MCC, and that is used for multi-crew training. So the FMPT is a fully immersive, a fully representative simulator of the type of aircraft that you'll be flown, or the helicopter in this case, but it doesn't have full functionality. So this is what EASA define as just a lower step down, but it still has lots of capability to go through all the emergency procedures. But let's just say, for example, that the graphics package might not be up to the level of an FTD, for example, or it may not be 100% realistic, let's say, that an FTT or certainly a full flight simulator would have as well. So it's just a degrading capability. Now, today I went along to have a look at a lower level FMPT, a procedural trainer as well, and also the next generation of procedural trainers that will be coming on the horizon, which will be used in virtual reality headsets as well. So a fully immersive VR system, and that's probably going to be used for pilot training going forward, and certainly as they marry VR headsets with existing flight simulators, or develop a whole new generation of flight simulators with VR headsets, not only for single pilot operations, but let's say multi-crew operations, whether it's a pilot and a co-pilot, or a pilot and let's say a technical crew member, or cabin crew in the rear as well, in the case of airliners. So you can have a fully immersive experience under the VR headsets. Now, currently as it stands, in most cases the VR headsets and the VR simulators, the procedural trainers, are not approved by any regulatory body, but watch this space because they're going to be coming on thick and fast. So there we go. That's just a rough outline of the differences between a full flight simulator, a flight training device, a flight navigation procedural trainer, and then just a basic procedural trainer or VR procedural trainer, which is still in its relative infancy right now. However, watch your space because we can soon see VR being used more and more. And whilst it's very advanced right now, the limiting factor right now is that it hasn't been approved by any regulatory body thus far, especially in terms of currency and initial pilot training. But watch your space for that. So if you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again in another video coming very soon. Bye now. you.